Here na. Hi, good afternoon. Welcome to our Parents Forum on online distance learning. Primarily, we set up this forum to provide venue to address some questions of the parents because we've been hearing a lot of questions, with different ideas. So as teacher parents, we'd like to share our perspectives on online distance learning that's going to happen for this year. But before we do that, let us first introduce ourselves and the people with me today for this online distance forum. So I'm Franco Nicola P. Adun, currently teaching grade 10, and I've been into teaching for 12 years now, okay, and have 3 children.
Good afternoon po. I'm Jambi. I am a parent of an incoming grade 3 student. Tapos sa school po nila online distance learning sila. And I'm also in the education industry.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm Rhoda. He's my husband. So we have a incoming grade 3 daughter, and we're going to use online for this year. So it's my 24th year in teaching.
And I'm Jinky, so I'm Franco's wife. I've been teaching, this is my 15th year of teaching, and I'm handling senior high school, and we have twin daughters who will undergo a remote education for this school year. So good afternoon.
All right, just to clarify the context of the forum and also to guide us in managing the forum itself, let's have the overview.
I suppose it's important to establish first that we're here in this forum not primarily as educators. Kataon na we're also teachers ourselves, pero yung driving force of why we're all here is because we are parents. And ito nga rin ako na yun yung unang pinili ni Franco before all the other tutorials and tips for students and teachers, etc. He recognized that parents are part of the learning process. So, kung mahalaga yung estudyante, everyone sees that anyway, mahalaga yung mga guro, hindi naman yun natin nalilimutan, pero napakahalaga din ng mga parents. And kung nasa-stress na ngayon yung mga guro, kung nasa-stress na ngayon yung mga estudyante, I am quite sure parents are just as stressed.
Okay, thank you, Jambi. That's the real reason, talaga yung reason bakit we have this forum today, is to recognize how important the role of the parents will be for this year, especially when we do online distance learning. Okay. Before we start, let's just have some guidelines for this forum. First of all, okay, we all work from different schools, okay, but it's in no way that we represent the entirety of the position of the school. Okay, maybe that's the best offering I think that we're doing here, is that we're actually coming from our personal experiences and context. So we're not like coming from the administrative expert position. Rather, we would like to share with you common experiences of parents and also teachers. To manage then also our forum, we will be answering some frequently asked questions already. But if you do have questions, okay, please do comment on the Facebook post that I have or in this live chat that we have here so that we could address them. But if there's none, we'll be just looking at the most frequently asked questions by parents about the online distance learning. Okay? And lastly, this is an open space for sharing. And we would like to recognize that we do have different perspectives, opinions on things. So let's remain respectful of each other, open at the same time to look at online distance learning maybe in a different perspective or a different point of view. Okay, so let's not delay our forum. Okay, so maybe we could address some of the frequently asked questions. Okay. So the first thing is that we want to know first. Okay, there's a difference between the concept of online learning and online distance learning. So anyone?
Actually, I also needed to research on that. Kasi nga, I could just imagine kung gaano ka-lost yung mga ibang magulang. Tayo na nga, teachers na tayo, and yet, ano nga ba yung online learning? Ano nga ba yung distance learning? How are the two different? Hindi lalo inano mo pa yan, pagka tinry mo pang iba to sa mga magulang, so mahirapan sila. Okay, first, let's establish natin yung online learning. Based on my based on my research. Online learning kasi is a strategy. So, hindi mo kailangang, you don't need to do it from a remote area. Pwede, actually, nandun kayo sa classroom, all 35 of you, pero online learning kayo. Kumbaga, tinutulungan kayo ng online technology. Pag pinasok na natin yung distance learning, online distance learning, ibang usapan na yan. That is remote education supported by online applications, online strategies, etc.
At siguro din important na ma-recognize natin that online learning, matagal lang ginagawa. Okay? We've been doing it. It's a tool. Diba? It's a tool. Teachers have been using online learning for quite some time now, especially with the introduction of many applications, online tools. Okay? And I agree with Jambi. Yung distance learning has something to do with the physical gap that we have now. Okay? The truth is, we can't be in the classroom as of the moment. Okay? But the online distance learning answers that gap. Okay? While continuing to give education. Okay? Kaya siguro ang isang mga misconceptions that ang online distance learning ba ay madi-deliver lang through computers? Or mayroon ba tayong ways?
Or
maybe that's
siguro,
siguro
the misconception is that what we're going to do is just online distance learning.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, we're going to do distance learning, definitely. Pero online lang ba siya? Hindi.
Yeah.
Schools are preparing, as we speak, papakahirap na yung mga guro, yung mga administrators, because alam naman nila, alam ko we parents sometimes forget, and it's normal. Alam naman ng mga teachers, alam naman ng mga schools na hindi lahat ng bata may tools for online education. Hindi lahat ng bata may mabilis na internet access. Shoutout pala sa
PLDT, maraming salamat for sponsoring this. Anyway.
Sana!
Yeah. Siguro yung is magandang unang-una natin i-clarify, lalo na the topic of the forum is on online distance learning, for us to realize that the distance learning, the idea of distance learning can also be delivered in a different way. Okay? Madaming modalities ang online distance learning or in a way distance learning. Okay, so maybe later we can explore more yung idea nung how to deliver online distance learning. Okay.
Ako na siguro one misconception na some people think kaya kailangan, they feel na sobrang kailangan na you have your laptop and you have fast internet, no, is that kumbaga what happens in the classroom is done just at home. Diba? Yung na buong araw nakatutok yung bata sa harap ng laptop niya just as it's done in the classroom na buong araw nakaharap ang bata sa teacher, no? But that is, I believe, no, na like, of course, I know yung sa school ko, hindi gano'n ang gagawin. And I think wala namang school na didire-diretsuhin nila ng gano'n kasi it's bad for the health.
Yes.
Diba? Na nakaharap ng ilang oras sa screen, no, ang mga students, no. So maybe yun kailangan i-point out natin na kaya nga may iba't ibang modes of learning, no, dahil masama yun kapag ganun lang nakaharap tayo sa screen, no? For teachers and definitely for the students.
Tsaka, I mean, for the teachers also, they will not do that. As a teacher, I will not do that. I will not be on my computer from 8 o'clock to 4 p.m. Okay? Kasi it's going to be not practical for one. Second is that hindi talaga siya doable. So the setting is really not on a traditional setting. So even the way we deliver things will be different in an online distance learning. Okay. So if you have questions on the difference, continue. If you have, you can.
Or baka sila din meron kayong
Yeah.
Yes, so you can share. Okay, you can type in chat in our live chat your ideas also. If you're a teacher, and you have something else to say about online learning or online distance learning. Okay. Second is that that's been like word of the month or the recent months. Okay? Yung idea ng asynchronous and synchronous modality of teaching, and I think we've heard this already. So ano ba yung difference ng synchronous and asynchronous modality of teaching? Yes, yes.
Una, very good na you pointed at the proper pronunciation.
I was informed.
Asynchronous.
Yeah, asynchronous.
So, baka may nagpapataba pa sa atin ng asynchronous. Di po, it's synchronous and then asynchronous. Basically, it deals with pace. So, pag sinabi natin synchronous, sabay-sabay. Sabay-sabay ginagawa ng mga estudyante, more often than not, teacher-based, yung pag-aaral or pagsagot ng mga tasks, and yun, given a certain period of time. Pero, yun nga, sinasabi ni Jackie kanina, hindi talaga siya doable. You cannot expect teachers and students alike to be in front of the computer as much as we were in front of the classroom. Actually, ngayon nga marirealize mo, parang nung nakaharap pa tayo sa mga estudyante natin, effective ba siya? Baka hindi naman pala. So, yung asynchronous naman is self-paced. You allow the learners to learn, to accomplish activities sa sarili nilang oras. For many reasons, for various reasons. Una, baka kasi iba-iba kayo ng internet access speeds. Diba?
Connectivity.
O, connectivity.
Yes, that's one of the most important
Hindi kasi pwedeng, mabagal internet mo, sorry ka na.
Yes.
O kaya, hindi rin natin kasi masabi ngayon sa iba't ibang lugar, may mga ibang lugar na biglang mag-brownout.
Yeah.
Yes.
Diba? Electricity.
Tsaka yung access pa lang sa device. Diba?
Access
Then,
to the
that
device.
itself will determine yung ability mo to
Hindi pa natin puput into consideration yung fact na there are homes na you have more than one
Yes.
learner.
Mm.
Diba? Ano ba sila? Share ba sila ng device?
In their home pa
Share
lang.
sila, etc.
Wala sa bahay natin.
Sa atin pa lang.
Meron tayong
Meron
apat.
tayo.
Meron tayong apat tatlo. Meron tayong apat na teachers at meron tayong tatlong
learners.
and that all
Five.
shares
Yes.
the same internet connection. Just imagine the chaos when we start an actual classes. Pero when we look at these modalities, ano ba yung advantage and ano yung mas preferred teachers? You know, what should be the preferred modality? Should it be asynchronous or synchronous teaching?
Ako for me, dapat palaging mixed or combination. Hindi pwedeng pure synchronous, hindi rin pwedeng pure asynchronous. Kasi, of course, you have to teach. Bago mo sila mapagawa ng different activities, they need to understand first the lesson. And then after that, you let them do the work, the activities individually, independently, maybe with a little guidance of their parents. But after that, siguro, little by little, we as parents also, that is what also we'll try to do with our kids. Siguro at the start, of course, we're there to assist them, to help them. But as they go on with our online sessions or distance learning, we will also try to teach them and help them adopt the kind of situation that we are in now. Na they can work, they can study independently. Kasi that is our goal for our pupils. For them to learn independently, but not totally naman without our help. But they will try their best na even if they're still young, they will learn and will try to learn as young as they are how to study independently. Kasi that's the most important. Para kahit na may trabaho tayo at the same time, especially those parents who are working or who need to leave the house and learn, you're still confident that your child will learn even if you are not around during those hours na they are in school or in the online session.
Yes, correct. Diba? Parang pwedeng after work hours, tsaka mo gawin yung mga activities with your kids, you really need assistance. Okay? Pero I think siguro, you also have to remember that yung combination is really important. We cannot like extremely go synchronous kasi again, mentioned by Jamie kanina, ang hirap i-deliver ng synchronous modality use because there's a question of connectivity and accessibility of devices. And yung asynchronous naman, self-paced, asynchronous, self-paced siya, student-centered in a way. Actually,
useful yan when you use it in sentence.
yes. Okay. Siguro ang naging question na ng parents is when it comes to the idea of asynchronous approach,
Parang
and the
sila lang
students
gagawa.
will be doing it. Okay? Are the parents more burdened then? Parang sila ba ang magtuturo? Kasi maraming parents ngayon is that would be claiming, kung asynchronous yan, maganda nga, student-centered, self-paced, but at the end of the day, are we going to be the one teaching? So yun yung one of the biggest question I think by parents, and most of the parang hesitations ng parents ngayon why there are like thoughts of not enrolling or other means of education this period. So what do you think?
Ako siguro one comparison that we can give them. We can share to them bilang nasa loob din tayo ng classroom bilang mga guro. Inside the classroom, in a traditional setup, hindi rin naman po kami lahat na nagtuturo lang magdamag na tipong naka-lecture type ka lang sa buong period mo. That is actually discouraged, no? Kumbaga, inside the classroom, within the time given for your period, meron ka ring mga nakaset activities, di ba? Pwedeng meron kang part na lecture, may part ka na group activity, may part ka na... So, kumbaga, nagbabago-bago din yung mga ginagawa no? At may part na sumasagot lang yung bata. Sometimes it can be differentiated learning, depende sa pace ng bata and so on. So we also do those things inside the classroom. Ngayon ang mangyayari lang na difference niya is they get to do it at home, no? Without the presence of the teacher kung asynchronous nga siya. Pero di ba po, kung ginagawa naman siya sa traditional classroom before, pag umuwi ang bata sa bahay, as parent, like kunyari ako, gagawin ko lang pag nakita ko na, pag nakauwi na ako ng bahay, i-check ko yung assignment notebook ng mga anak ko at titignan ko kung may kailangan bang gawin. Parang, for me, ganun pa rin naman yung plano kong gawin. Di ba? Na, kumbaga, at the end of my work, titignan ko din, ano yung nagawa mo dito. Di ba? Naintindihan mo ba tong topic na to? Pero yung may notion na magulang magtuturo ng lahat. No? That's different. Unless ang kinuha mong, meron kasing mga schools no, na homeschool na yung nila, then that's a different topic. No? Kasi dun nagkakagulo-gulo minsan yung mga magulang. Feeling nila, whether it's homeschool or remote schooling and so on, pare-pareho lang. No? So yun yung kailangan nating paghiwa-hiwalayin.
There's a big difference
Oo.
Between these choices. So if you do distance learning, you do homeschooling, but regardless, I think the parents will be there.
Oo.
Okay, yung role ng parents is
We are still the first teachers
yes. Parang hindi
of
pa rin tayo
our
mawawala.
children.
By the way, Miss Marisa, yes, doing asynchronous and synchronous already in their place.
In Canosa.
Canosa.
Yan,
Yes.
using the Henyo, MathScore, and MobiMax, while synchronous is using Zoom. Yes.
Yes.
Opo.
I think you've explored so many apps already. Anyway, but another level of that question is that siguro yung asynchronous works for a higher or older students, like college students, senior high students, junior high students, or even like grade school or high school. Kaya lang, may mga concerns din yung mga parents. What if my children or my child is in the preschool, kinder? What is gonna happen? Kasi we know how energetic kindergartens or these toddlers are at this age.
Siguro, huwag natin siyang tignan sa age. Pero una, ano muna natin, i-acknowledge muna natin na it is a legitimate concern
Yes,
for parents.
yes. Very,
Imagine ko na rin kung ano mangyayari.
yes. You have, yes.
If nag-worry ka, kunyari parent ka, nag-worry ka, paano yung anak ko, you're normal.
Yes.
Ano yun? Walang mali sa'yo or anything.
Yeah.
Basically, what I'm trying to say is, kung naisip mo, trust na naisip din siya ng teacher, naisip din siya ng school, and yun nga, sabi ko kay Frank kanina, perhaps let's not look at age. Kasi pag tinignan mo yung age, talaga, sige, doon na lang, mga high school na lang yung gagawa niya, etc. But let's look at readiness. Trust that your teachers, trust that your schools will let your children do asynchronous when they're ready. Or ano yung klase ng asynchronous activities na pagagawa sa kanila, yung appropriate sa edad nila. Okay. Kailan mas haba yung asynchronous time pag mas handa na sila.
Yeah.
So tama rin yung sabi ni Roda kanina, hindi lang naman yung content yung tinuturo natin bilang teachers. Tinuturo na rin natin sa kanila yung pagiging independent.
Skills.
Oo, yung skills. Actually, siguro parang ibang ano na lang siguro, ibang paraan na lang ng pagtingin dito sa sitwasyon natin. Ito naman talaga yung dapat na pinaghahandaan nila eh. Diba? Itong klase ng education. Kasi pagdating naman nila sa totoong buhay, you also have meetings that you attend online. Meron ka ring synchronous and asynchronous tasks. So, parang ano lang, parang kaya lang tayo nagiging anxious kasi first time. Ngayon lang natin ginagawa. Pero the earlier we're able to do it, the earlier we're preparing them for the future.
I think that's one of the bright spots sa education. It's not that we're hoping for this kind of situation. Kaya siguro, it somehow forces the education to really change and to adapt into the situation. Siguro, then I think that's one of the positive things that we can look at it, look at our situation right now. And tama kanina yung mention ni Jambi, yung mga teachers, when we're preparing, lalo na ngayon, okay, in our school, for example, yung usual 1 month namin na summer training was extended to 3 months just to prepare for everything. Kasi what we did is to really review everything, like, down to curriculum, down to content, down to what we're going to, how we're going to do it, how we're going to teach, what tools we're going to use. Lahat ginagawa na ngayon ng mga teachers. And I think, pagdating sa mga yung appropriate ng approach, okay? Teachers were trained to really look at what is appropriate for your kid. And I think all teachers have that kind of training. So, I think, yes, valid pa rin yung worries natin. And I think, iwasan natin yung pag-invalidate ng mga concerns ng mga parents. Sometimes parang pag parent ka, nag-express ka ng concern, parang, ano ka ba, tamad ka ba na parents mo? I don't think that should be the case. Again, lahat ng concerns natin ngayon, valid naman siya. Kaya I think siguro lang maganda is that ma-express, mapag-usapan. Katulad nito. Kaya that's why we have this forum para concerns like this could be
after this, ma-realize natin. Huwag na lang muna sila mag-aaral.
Baka kami pala yung mag-homeschooling na pala kami after nito.
Ano ko lang pa?
It's okay to be anxious. It's okay
Yes.
to be frustrated. Even us teachers, we also get frustrated. Dahil na lahat tayo parang nabigyan sa sitwasyon. So, siguro sa akin lang, like, I'm talking now as a teacher, maybe we can, that's the reason why teachers and parents, or schools and parents should be partners.
Yes.
So we have to help each other kasi we need the parents to improve our system. And me naman as parents, I need to coordinate or to be open-minded to my daughter's school para rin maintindihan ko rin kung ano yung pagdadaanan ng anak ko sa school. Kasi, yun nga, wala namang ibang tutulong sa akin as a parent, kundi kami-kami din. Wala rin tutulong sa amin as teachers, kundi tayo-tayo din mga parents. So let's help each other. Kasi lahat, sabi nga namin, we're all in this together. Parang lahat tayo back to zero. Kasi para tayong, kumbaga sa computer, nag-restart ba, nag-reboot. So lahat tayo talagang pagtutulungan natin natin to make things work.
Ako i-ano ko lang din, i-add ko no. So binanggit ni Jambi na like we need to trust the school, no, or trust the teachers that are going to handle our children. Siguro maganda rin na mag-trust din tayo sa capabilities ng mga anak natin, ng mga bata. Kasi minsan, yun yung pinanggagalingan na, ito nga anak ko, hindi niya kayang mag-sit still for ganito, ganyan. Paano niya pagagawin yan pag nagpasukan na and so on? Iba po, na-experience natin na minsan kahit magulo ang bata sa bahay, pag dinala mo sa eskwelahan, mabuti. Now, yung fear na, paano yun, hindi na nga siya papasok sa school, nasa bahay lang siya. Then, important that you set a good, like, maintindihan ng bata na pag nandito siya sa lugar na to, sa ganitong oras na to, school time to, no, na kailangan paniwalaan natin, no, i-trust natin na kaya nung bata makinig sa mga instructions mula sa simula pa lang kapag nag-orientation. So there will be an adjustment. Like even in schools, every start of the school year, gano'n naman, di ba? Na kumbaga may orientation period, may adjustment period palagi ang teachers and their corresponding students. Similar lang din po yun. Pero pagkatiwalaan po natin yung mga anak natin, nakakayanin nila kung ano man yung sitwasyon na mapupuntahan nila. Depende nga kung paano yung mode of learning nila.
I think I agree with that. Parang to give them a chance.
Yeah.
Parang when we make a choice for them right away without even like assessing the situation or their capabilities, baka we're robbing them of an opportunity to continue learning. And siguro, aside from teachers, to trust the teachers, to trust the students, the kids, let's also trust us.
Ourselves.
Diba? As
True.
parents, di ba? Na capable tayo, di ba? Na kaya, wala pa, I think, hindi pa kasi natin nagagawa.
Yeah.
Kasi we haven't been here, I think. We haven't had like a pandemic this big or this long. Kaya hindi pa nagagawa. But I think rethinking things or looking at things differently might actually change your mind and see na kaya mo naman palang gawin or bigyan ng support yung anak mo for his education or her education this year. Anything else to say? Yes.
Gusto ko dagdagan yung sinabi ni Jane. You'd be surprised sa sa kakayanan ng mga bata.
Yeah.
Ako nga, funny in a way, pero totoo. Malaking rason kung bakit very anxious tayo. Include ko na yung sarili ko, Bakit very anxious tayo? Kasi we were not taught that way. Hindi naman talaga natin tunay na naiintindihan yung non-traditional education na susuungin ngayon ng mga bata. Sila, naiintindihan nila. They were born into that kind of technology.
Digital natives.
Kasi yun nga, tayo, immigrants.
Yes.
Yung iba nga baka hindi pa nakakalipat Diba? Hindi pa nakaka-integrate.
There's nothing wrong about that. I think what's wrong is that if you're not moving. Siguro important is that pag gano'n, realize mo na you have to move.
So yun, parang ito yung nila Ito yung mundo talaga nila
They will actually thrive.
They will thrive. Baka kasi tayo talaga yung
takot.
Tayo yung hindi mga thrive.
And that hesitation is valid. Yun nga lang, yung level of trust talagang kailangan natin i-develop, lalo na sa point na to. Siguro yung next natin is that kasi isa rin sa mga biggest questions ng mga parents, lalo sa mga nilalabas na memorandum ng DepEd, is that yung level of accessibility. Questionable ngayon sa online distance learning. How do I participate on an online distance learning kung wala naman akong access to tools, to materials, to internet in itself. Diba? Tayo man. Tayo pa lang, nahihirapan tayo sa internet. The struggle is real sa internet sa bahay na to. Pero, shout out ulit sa PLDT.
Kabit mo na. Sinigil mo na rin naman.
Anyway, so yun. So what do you think? What do you think about how will we manage the differences in accessibility of our students so that it remains inclusive regardless of the accessibility point? Kasi kahit niya, for example, ako, wala akong internet or sometimes na magkaroon ng internet, like mobile, naka-mobile data ako. Okay? Will that hinder me from having the same amount of learning opportunities compared to, for example, someone that has a 100 Mbps access? Nakakaingit yun. Anyway.
Soon.
And we have a dedicated list like.
Sige, ako muna. Ano ba? Una, kailangan natin maisip muna na kung ano yung ginagawa ng school, ng isang school, hindi necessarily ganun yung gagawin ng school ng anak mo. Maraming levels yan. May LGU level, may national government level, may school level, may teacher level. Diba? So, halimbawa, punta tayo sa school level, marami maraming mga schools yung nagsasurvey na, di ba? At check nila ano ba yung kakayanan ng mga estudyante natin, etc. Would they have access to fast internet, meron ba silang gadgets, etc. Pero, hindi naman nangangahulugan na pag sinabi ng, kunyari, majority of our students have access to fast internet, tapos ikaw hindi, ano ka na, left behind ka na. Kasi nga, nandyan din yung teacher level. Diba? Naiintindihan ng teacher na iba-iba yung mga learners, and teachers adjust accordingly. Diba? Kahit pa naplano mo na yan for 3 months, diba? Alam natin yan, teachers tayo. Naplano mo na for 3 months, etc. Tapos ma-realize mo, you have one student na hindi siya nakakonect or hindi siya i-adjust. Okay? Hindi naman, ito.
Sorry ka na lang, wala naman.
Hindi ganon. Yung pagtuturo naman, and this has been happening. Kahit sa traditional setup, teachers adjust.
May level of individual, parang recognition.
Even in a classroom of 50 students.
Yes.
Yeah, doon ka na mabibilib sa teachers. Grabe ang dedication, grabe ang passion, grabe ang love for each and every learner.
Parang kailangan ma-recognize natin na ang mga teachers, hindi naman sobrang taas ng sweldo natin. I think ang pinakang driving force talaga ng most teachers, okay? If not all, is talagang yung passion for work. Talagang we're here.
Let's put it this way. Walang nagtuturo dahil sa sweldo.
Yun. Parang ang primary talagang factor for the teachers, yung passion for teaching. So, again, we go back to the point, we trust the teachers. We trust that they're doing their best. And I think they're really doing their best right now.
Ako, speaking from experience sa ginagawa namin ngayon, and I think yun din naman ang ginagawa ng iba't ibang mga eskwelahan, iba't ibang mga teachers as we are in service, planning for the current school year. When we think of our activities, when we think of the different things that we will do to deliver the lesson, syempre, ang nasa isip namin, ano yung realidad ng mga magiging estudyante? Diba? Na posibleng may walang internet or mahina ang internet niya, posible din na kahit pa kung lahat mabilis, maswerte. Diba? Pero we will always look at kumbaga yung pinaka-minimum, diba? Kung sino yung pinaka-lugi, dapat dun kami magsisimula. Hindi pwedeng dun sa gitna, tapos, sorry, kawawa yung nandun. Hindi, kailangan, pino-consider namin, how will we reach those? And then, from there, build it up. Diba? Kumbaga, mag-enrich lang siya, pero dapat, as we plan, yun na nga, kaya pumapasok din yung synchronous sa asynchronous kasi di ba minsan yung setup nga na mas malakas yung internet sa ganitong oras. So, may mga ganun, mga different constraints that we will have. Naiisip yan ng mga teachers. So, and we are preparing ourselves for that. Na kahit nga during the actual lesson na may mangyari, di ba? Then, mag-a-adjust kami kung paano. I think lahat naman ng teachers gagawin niya.
Tsaka, don't worry. Siguro with our present situation, teachers will be more considerate
and compassionate.
Yeah. We will be more understanding kasi we will also maybe ask our pupils to also be more understanding kasi even teachers, like ako lang yung connections talaga. Minsan kahit ready ka na, pagka-start ko lang ng turo na wala yung connection. So, things like that, it will really happen. We cannot get 100% sure na yung performance ng teacher and ng pupils will be there. So, all of us will adjust. All of us will try to be considerate. All of us will try to be understanding because of the present situation. Because for us teachers and as parents, what we value more is the mental condition of our children. Actually, kami, even in our own school, we are not after if you're going to finish all the skills for the whole year, trying to lessen the skill. We only choose what is really essential or important. Ang importante lang, wag maging idle yung mga bata. Kasi mahirap din po yung pagbuong taon, walang gagawin yung mga bata. Kumbaga, importante talaga sa kanila yung education. And siguro kahit hindi ako teacher, alam ko na nandun yung need ng anak ko as a parent na magtuloy pa rin yung kanyang pag-aaral. Basta ano lang, makipag-coordinate na tayo sa school ng anak natin para pati tayo, alam natin kung paano ba talaga natin matutulungan yung anak natin dun sa gagawin plano ng pamilya.
So, agree. Yung concept ng homeschool collaboration will really play a big part on how successful how successful will be the online distance learning. And siguro tama din yung ano natin na for the teachers, we're preparing so that all students will be included in the online distance learning. So for example na lang, in one of the schools I'm working this year, we're preparing our materials in 2 versions. So meron kaming high bandwidth version. So for example, kung meron ka talagang access, high access, so like mga videos, etc. We have materials like that. At the same time, meron din kami mga low bandwidth versions na, for example, yung video na yun, meron siyang transcript ng made into a document or a PDF that can easily be downloadable by students. Okay? If they don't have an internet, sa mga students anytime. So for example, yung entire materials namin, ilalagay yun sa cloud-based applications like Google Drive, OneDrive, and other cloud-based applications. Kung saan, students could actually access this anytime during their time. Pag nagkaroon sila ng internet, or nagkaroon sila ng access to a device, or nagkaroon sila ng much reliable connection, then that's the time they access to it. Okay? So again, medyo in terms on the part of the teachers, we're doing so much more. Kasi kung traditional setup lang, for example, oral materials are made, ready na, okay? I-implement na lang namin sa classroom. Pero ngayon, halos ng materials namin are created from scratch, okay? Rethink, redesigned, retooled everything so that it adapts to the new setup. Okay? So again, we're not promising the best or perfect setup. Siguro yun yung disclaimer natin doon. Pero what we're promising is that we're doing our best to provide you with whatever we have and whatever possible setup there could be. So yun lang siguro yung isa sa considerations natin. Okay? Siguro after that, teacher's role, na-mention naman natin. But what else would be the teacher's biggest role this year? Ano yung tingin nyo dapat biggest consideration when we look at teacher's role this year?
Well, ako yung planning part, no, the planning and the preparation part. It's a big test for us teachers kasi nga we are going to deliver the lessons differently, no? Halimbawa, ikaw nagtuturo ka na ng subject na to for so many years, you're so confident, kaya mo, yung ano nga nila dyan, kaya mo magturo ng nakapikit, di ba?
Yes, daming
34 years na.
Yung kunyari gano'n, ngayon it will be different. That's why the role of the teachers na pag-prepare ng lesson, no? I think kailangan bigyan natin as parents. Doon ako naniniwala, no? As parents, I will give big credit to the teachers of my children na paghahandaan nila yung lesson, pati yung module na ipe-prepare and so on. Kaya na kapag dumating yung pasukan, no, hindi mag-e-end up na ako bilang magulang ay siyang magtuturo lang sa anak ko ng lahat. Diba?
I don't think
Kumbaga,
any teacher naman have that in mind.
Yeah, I think dapat, kumbaga, if the activities are presented, kung may module man yan, or kung may mga video lessons and so on, kumbaga, matututo yung bata. No, nang hindi kailangan na tututukan siya ng parent. Siyempre, support.
Yes.
Pero hindi yung necessarily yung parent ang magtuturo ng lahat. No? Yun kasi yung na, well, isa sa mga nakikita ko na nababasa ko sa Facebook na kesyo, wala naman ang gagawin yung mga teachers. Wow.
Yeah.
Kung pwede nga lang, mas marami po kaming trabaho ngayon na nasa bahay lang kami kaysa kung nasa eskwelahan kami.
And I think in relation to the parents and teachers relationship, important siguro na yung open line communication. Okay, so for the teachers to recognize yung context ng mga parents, okay, knowing their worries as well, okay, recognizing yung mga what causes yung causes ng worries ng mga parents. Kasi we can't like fully ignore those things. Okay, dapat isama natin yung sa considerations natin. And we'll definitely have different like contexts and situations ng parents natin. So teachers should be very conscious on those things. Hindi siya pwedeng one size fits all kind of approach. Hindi siya pwedeng like gawa ko ng PowerPoint presentation and I deliver it to the class and that's it already. Hindi na mag-work talaga ngayon yun. Kailangan talagang properly contextualize, okay? And well-designed yung mga modules and
may self-check.
Yes, may self-check, may reflection, etc. Things like those.
Yeah. Siguro tip sa mga teachers, now more than ever, it's not about preparing hard. It's not about preparing more. It's preparing smart. Kasi you have to be ready for plan B, plan C, plan D, plan E, etc. Diba? Very frustrating if you plan for plan A, the perfect plan A, ganyan. Tapos biglang wala kang internet connection.
Hindi pwede.
Diba?
Talagang
Tapos,
pero for teachers, tayo yun. We're trained also on the level of preparations din.
so, yun nga, plan B, plan C, plan D, plan E, etc. Siguro another tip lang din, habang hindi pa nagsastart yung school, yung school year, for teachers, parents, and students alike, i-grab natin yung mga opportunities ng maraming mga seminars, maraming mga forums like this. If not for the content, di ba, hindi man dun sa content, ma-practice mo man ng, ay, kaya ko palang 2 hours ako nakaharap sa computer.
Yeah.
Or, ganito pala pagka nawala yung ma-practice mo lang yung
to get comfortable.
Oh, yeah, you get comfortable in the environment.
Yes.
Ako kasi yung role ng teacher, hindi yan magbabago kahit ano pa man yung maging situation natin. Siguro ang difference lang, if you are in the traditional classroom, ikaw pa lang visual aids na yun. Tumayo ko pa lang sa harap ng classroom, enough na yun for the pupils. Ngayon, hindi pwedeng mukha mo lang yung makita nila sa screen kasi nga, they tend to get bored dahil may mga maliliit, di ba? Just additional pa yung factor na hindi mo rin sila nakikita lahat. So, hindi mo rin alam kung nakafocus mo sa iyo, kung may iba pang ginagawa. Like, pag nasa classroom, madali mong tawagin yung attention nila eh. Masiguro mo na nakafocus. But the role of teacher is still the same. Na siguro kami yung greatest motivator para yung mga bata laging na-look forward na pumasok sa school. So, with that given fact siguro, it is really a big challenge for us teachers. Now we have to make sure that every day is a learning, that the learning for our pupils is really. Kasi hindi kami dapat matapos matuto dahil nandiyan lagi sa dati namin. Because madalas lang mag-ball. Kahit na ikaw yung favorite nila that day, pwede bukas hindi na. So, kami tinatanggap namin yung challenge ngayon ng pandemic na doon lahat kami nabigla sa nangyari. But again, we accept the challenge. We will really try our best para magtuloy-tuloy yung learnings ng mga estudyante namin. It will not be perfect. Parang lagi may trial and error. But yun nga, it's okay to commit mistakes because that's part of learning. Ang importante, nag-improve or we'll try to be better sa mga susunod na teaching sessions namin with you.
Yes. Thank you, Rada, for that. Siguro address lang muna natin yung some of the questions. Thank you for the comment from Miss Ocampo or Miss Ocampo. Thank you for the forum. Okay. And from Miss OD, we have an incoming grade 2 and nursery. What if both parents are working? I think it was addressed earlier. Again, it should not overlap unless there will be a synchronous session. Siguro yun lang magiging crucial doon. Okay? Synchronous, yung sabay-sabay na session. Pero kung asynchronous session yan, you can schedule it after work. So mag-dedicate lang kayo siguro ng mga 2 to 3 hours or 1 to 2 hours, 1 hour, 1.5 hours to 2 hours of supervising them. But again, the teachers of your kids should be trained enough to design their learning packets that it's doable independently. Na minimal supervision lang dapat. Okay? So it should not overlap. Okay? So yun lang siguro again, na-mention naman Jinky kanina, usual pa rin naman yung ginagawa natin before na after work we do check up our kids. And it's the same thing. Okay? So after your work, you check mo lang yung ano yung learning packet for the day or ano yung module that your kids are supposed to go through today. Diba?
Ako din, to add to that, no? So, kunyari po yan si Ma'am ba siya? Odi, no?
Ma'am Odi.
So, since yun nga meron kang grade 2 and nursery and both parents are working, so, I believe, kunyari kung working to na wala sa bahay. No? So, meron naman pong kasama sa bahay yung inyong mga anak. No? So, siguro maganda rin na sanayin na rin natin kung sino yung makakasama, no? Kumbaga, sino yung learning assistant ng anak ninyo, kung yaya ba, or lola ba, or tita, relative, anybody, na tutulong kapag oras na ng school, kumbaga, di ba? Parang ang malaking difference lang din naman kasi yun nga, na dati kasi nakahatid mo yung anak mo sa eskwelahan, pero di ba, so kung meron tayong, kunyari, wala pa kayong yaya, imposible, no? Kasi nagtatrabaho nga sila.
Pero kung wala.
Kung walang makakasama yung mga anak nila, parang, paano sila dapat kung may pasok?
Kung guardian lang. Again,
tuturuan mo. Tuturuan mo kung paano i-ready yung anak. Hindi siyang magtuturo, ha? Yun kasi yung minsan ang worry ng parents na if I'm not at home, baka wala na matutunan yung anak ko.
Siguro ano lang, Cody, kailangan i-clarify niyo sa school if the availability of your learning packets or modules.
Yeah.
Okay? Kasi for example, if the learning packets are available already, the day before it's going to be used, you can like print it, okay, ready for the night, para it's something that it could be done by your kids, okay, at home while you're at work. Okay? Should they be like correct doing everything? I don't think so. Okay? And again, you can check up on it pagdating sa bahay. Parang usually, yes, may mali. I-correct natin. Okay? Ayusin natin. Diba? Parang ganun lang. From Sir Raymond.
Lascano.
Tatlong anak ko, grade 7, 8, and 12. Isa lang ang gamit na desktop sa bahay at walang budget para sa pambili ng bagong gadget at may trabaho ang parent. And I think, and it's a shared situation. Okay? Yung context na to.
Ako, very important na inform your school.
Yes.
No? Na the school should be informed as to what the situation is.
When you say inform,
may proper channel.
Proper channel.
Yes.
Mahalaga po yung proper channel.
Yes. Oo. Yun nga yung, kunyari, sa school namin, no, nagpapasurvey sila. And sobrang haba ng survey na sinagutan ko na
para malaman lang yun.
Oo. Anong ginagamit ng internet, ilan ang gadget, and so on and so forth. Kasi kailangan malaman ng magulang. Ay, kailangan malaman ng eskwelahan kung ilan ang gagamit. No? And kunyari sa ganyang sitwasyon na 3 yung bata, tapos 1 lang ang gagamit. Kayo, sa tingin nyo, Anong ano natin dyan? Anong maisasuggest natin?
Ako, I agree. The school, the teachers, if they're already identified, should be informed of your situation.
Yes.
Para alam mo context, okay? Para for example, hindi nakasubmit sa bata, or meron bang materials na kailangan online viewing tapos hindi mo view ni bata dahil nga shared yung computer. Para the teacher could provide a different version, an alternative version of that material. Siguro lang yung third is that you have to manage the usage. Okay? Kasi again, we mentioned kanina, your synchronous sessions, there's a possibility that they're not at the same time. So for example, baka ang schedule ni grade 7 synchronous session ay morning. Okay? Tapos si grade 12 ay hapon. Pwedeng ganun. Pero siguro ang worst case scenario lang yan is that if they have synchronous sessions at the same time. Pero if that's not gonna happen, same thing na sinabi ko kanina, pwedeng prior to the day na magkakaroon sila ng module, i-print na yung modules. Okay? Para kung hindi naman kailangan online yun at pwedeng sagutan online, then you can access it and the student can still work at it even if they don't have internet connection. And kung sino man yung may kailangan as of the moment nung desktop, then siya lang dapat yung gumamit. Okay? So ito yung level of like organization and management that we have to go through, okay, para lang ma-set. And again, setting up routines, pwede makakatulong din yan. Diba?
Or kung sabay sila ng synchronous, meron namang cellphone yung isa,
yes.
yung isa naka-cellphone muna, kung lecture lang naman yun, you can listen to using his cellphone.
Yes.
And maraming apps, no?
Yes.
Ang mga, and again,
Alam
teachers
nila
think about that na, paano kung walang paano kung cellphone lang, and so on. So,
Yung conferencing tools naman, available na sa Android tools.
so
So you have,
posible pa rin siya.
yung mga Zoom, Google Meet, lahat yan available na sa Android or iOS cellphones. So kailangan siguro ipahiram.
Oo. And at the same time, if ever, kunyari, no, let's say nagkasabay, may parehong deadline, yung tatlong anak mo na isasubmit, teachers, as we mentioned, no, would be more compassionate.
Siguro message
na,
din, no?
Naiintindihan ng teacher na hindi naman talaga siya makakapagpasa at this time. Pero sige, given na, sige, iusog natin. So it will be a teacher level, face-to-face basis. Sa tingin ko naman, teachers would, would accommodate such situations. Lalo na kung ganong sitwasyon na isang desktop lang. Diba? Realidad kasi yun.
It's also a reminder for teachers. Now, when you design your modules, do not set deadlines like one day. Hindi talaga siya workable. Like, I assign assignment today, and then you ask for it the next day. Hindi siya doable ngayon. So, kailangan meron ka talagang compassionate deadlines for our situation during this time.
Babasa ka?
Okay.
From Mommy Cha, Verdeflor, hello. In preparation for this school year, what expectations should we discuss with our kids so that they can transition or adjust better to this new learning approach? Ayan, good question.
Okay, ako personally, ang unang-una na kailangan ma-discuss is yung routines. So, kailangan ma-set nyo agad yan. Okay? At this time, kung na-communicate nyo na sa school, or alam nyo na yung schedule ng release of modules and synchronous sessions, you can set a particular time that when it's this time. There should be no playing, okay? No doing other things, okay? No screen time na hindi educational. Kasi malamang may screen time na educational during your synchronous session. So that's important. So siguro come July, before the opening classes, siguro start mo na. Kahit hindi pa like educational yung content nung routines niyo, baka pwedeng something that they're doing, and regularly hanggang ma-set niyo yung sarili niyo na at this time nakafocus ako that I'm doing something at this time.
Ako, dagdagan ko lang yung sinabi nito. Siguro routine kasi para ma-establish yung study habits nila. Kasi it's really important. If they don't have the study habits, mahihirapan silang mag-schedule ng mga dapat nilang gawin every day. And then second siguro kung, halimbawa, like yung anak namin, grade 3, we try to explain to her the present situation.
Yes.
Kasi they need to understand why are they going to do like this, why they can go to school, why they can see their classmates, why they don't see their teachers. They need to understand kahit nandun sa level na kaya naman. Para pati yung responsible dun sa situation, alam din nila kung paano. Kasi if we keep on hiding something or parang sobrang filtered na pwede naman natin paliwanag sa level nila, mas magiging honest na sila sa, halimbawa, nagkakaroon rin sila ng anxiety, hindi natin alam. At least ma-open up nila sa atin, matutulungan natin sila. Kung para ma-address yung concern. Kasi kung sa ating adults, it will be hard for us now to do this. What more sa mga anak natin. So, they really need us teachers, they need us as their parents to really guide them and help them. Kasi yun nga, like what I said before, the mental health of our children is the most important sa mga nangyayari.
I agree dun dun sa opening up. Of course, it should be different across different ages. Pero yung idea of opening up and explaining yung context, very important. Parang let's not like sugarcoat the situation. Kasi it will not help them. Baka nga we're doing them something bad pa kasi we're hiding the situation from them. Okay?
Ako mag-add din ako. Just to add dun sa routine, no? Yun nga, it will be good to have, kung available na pwede magkaroon ng place, set up. No? Kung kaya nyo mag-set up ng, kumbaga, ito ang learning station ng bata, no? Maganda yun. No, kung wala, pwedeng, it can be a common room. Kunyari kami, wala kaming set up. It can be a common room na kung pag ito nilagay ko dito, school time na. Di ba parang gano'n, study time na. And then, maybe another suggestion that I plan to do. Una kasi plano namin sana na mag-uniform pa.
Yes.
Kasi hindi siya required sa school.
Yeah.
And for sure, maliit na yung uniform na meron dito. No?
Pwede rin doon, pwede rin.
Pero ang gusto kong gawin is that magkaroon sila ng uniform nila. Na kumbaga, pag ito yung t-shirts na suot nila for this day, school time to.
Parang ano yun? Sets their mindset.
Yes, mindset ka na. Mabilis ka na. Hindi yung, wag po natin gawin yung tipong papabangunin niyo yung anak niyo sa kama, tapos isasabak niya na ready na class na.
Yes.
Hindi mo bangon.
Oo. Diba? I mean, ano pa din, kung paano papasok sa school, mag-breakfast din, maliligo, para naka-mindset siya na school time na.
We have to help our kids set that kind of routines. And
at pag ganung oras, hindi siya bigla-bigla aalis.
And parents, can you just imagine yung effect nito after this year?
Oh my gosh.
Di ba? Gaano naka-independent yung...
mag-isa.
Yes, di ba? Yung level of independence na kaya nila. Kaya sabi ni Jambi kanina, let's take up the opportunity being presented to us by the pandemic. Di ba? Parang ang ganda-ganda na ng opportunity. It's challenging yet napaka-rich in opportunities to learn from it. Okay? So just imagine, for example, next year, hindi mo na kailangan tulungan yung anak mo. Kaya na niyang mag-search ng materials niya, kaya niyang gumawa ng assignment niya, kaya niyang mag-base on her own or gawin yung mga tasks niya, etc. That's, I think, is very valuable learning that they can actually get from this experience.
Ano ang experience? Ako, balik tayo dun sa sa sinabi, pinag-usapan namin kanina yung proper channel. Diba? What can you do as a parent if you have all these questions? Ipaalam mo sa school.
Sa tamang paraan.
Sa tamang paraan.
Yeah. Always communicate.
Let them know that these are your concerns. Sa schools naman, make an effort to assure your parents,
stakeholders.
Siguro hindi naman kailangan na one time big time yung sige pine-prepare ka natin ganyan para lahat ng question nila masagot. Hindi, if you have an answer on one question, you also have your proper channels. Paalam mo na sa kanila para nababawasan yung anxiety ng mga
Yes.
Ang maganda pa nun, dahil everything is posted online naman, di ba? You're actually promoting your school.
Mm-hmm.
Baka magsipag-lipatan pa sa school mo yung okay yung ginagawa nila. Yung current school ko, while it's okay, hindi, this year will not work for me. This school will work for me. Hindi pa. And it's okay. tanggap naman siguro ng lahat ng ano yun. Tanggap ng lahat ng tao, ng student.
Tsaka I think it's being fair to the school. Parang we can't like complain to the school what we haven't communicated to them.
Oh.
Di ba? Parang ang hirap na ang dami mong reklamo sa school, ang dami mong gustong pagawa sa school, pero hindi mo naman na-communicate o hindi mo na-express. So, what do you exactly expect from the school to do kung hindi naman nila alam yung dapat nilang gawin?
Pag na-communicate mo na, patience.
Patience.
Yeah.
Yes.
Patiently wait.
Pero hindi pa naman tayo revealing. June pa lang tayo, June.
Response.
Yes.
Totoo.
Di ba? May 2 months pa tayo. 2 to 3 months.
Okay, so meron tayo dito from Eloy, Spy. We're both working. Wala pong kasamang guardian ang kids ko. They have school service lang. They were trained to be left at home naman. We monitor lang online if hindi na sila. Kaya ang dilemma is sino mag-a-assist while they are studying at home.
Oh, I think na-address na yung ito kanya.
Hindi ko lang sure kung kung ilang taon. But I guess siguro mas older.
Three
no?
daw.
I think Miss
Kasi kaya na nila.
Eloy or Sir Eloy, Miss Eloy. Siguro, well, number one, kasi hindi nailagay yung grade level. Important dito yung age ng bata. The level of supervision and assistance needed will depend on the student's age. Okay? So, pero again, sabi nga namin kanina, well, number one, the modules, materials.
Incoming grade 5 and 10.
Oh,
Kaya na to.
yeah. Tsaka, I think Miss Irel, you're lucky enough that they're independent at home. It's doable na. Doable. Siguro na lang, don't feel pressured to assist them every time. Yun lang. While they're doing their tasks or they're doing their learning packets or modules, we don't need to always be there. Okay? Kasi ganun din naman kami mga teachers. Hindi naman kami like naka-spy on our students on each one of them in an actual classroom setup. Hindi rin namin sila, we also allow them to explore things on their own. Okay? And then we just check it after class or towards the end of the class or etc. or after the units something like that. Okay? So, similar to what your situation is, pwede mong gawin is that just allow them to go about their task. Okay? Kung meron silang hindi masagutan, then again, after work, do assist them, supervise them. Kung meron silang hindi magawa, then you do help them afterwards, something like that. Okay? And again, that's going to build a sense of confidence among your kids. Okay?
Ako siguro, no, if I may also add, no, kung sakaling gusto niyo talaga na meron tao na mag-a-assist sa mga anak ninyo, di ba? Di ba po, sabi niyo na rin na naka-school service lang sila. Yung naititipid po natin sa school service, no, baka naman pwede natin i-channel yon na makakuha tayo ng pwedeng mag-help. No? Kung posible lang naman, di ba? Kasi yun yung mga bagay na nawala sa mga gastusin natin. Na kung sakaling nag-school service nga yung anak ninyo, then baka pwedeng, instead of that, then get a person na that you can trust. Just to watch over, kasi nga grade 5 and 10, feeling ko kayang-kaya nila. Just to share lang po, no, yung anak ko, incoming grade 1 pa lang po sila, di ba? Parang nag-Zoom class sila na siguro may almost an hour din yata yun.
45 minutes.
Andun ako nung sinet up. Pagkatapos nun, iniwan ko na sila.
Yes.
And then,
well,
sila na nagsabi na tapos na. Tapos after, tsaka ko na lang tinanong, anong ginawa ninyo and so on. Kasi kaya naman nila once na nandun na yung teacher. In fairness, nakikinig sila sa teacher kahit na yung teacher nandun sa loob ng computer.
Yeah, so
Diba?
matataas pa din talaga yun.
So, doable naman siya.
Siguro another way of looking at it is Miss Ellie.
Miss Eloy.
In a way, I'm very excited for you. Kasi this might be an opportunity for you to see how your son, daughter, in grade
Your kids.
Hindi
ko alam eh.
Wala
5
sinabi.
and 10.
Magle-level up siya talaga.
Yes.
Di ba? Magle-level up siya. Yung makikita, biglang kang matatouch na lang, ate na, or talagang galit na kuya na yung anak ko. Kung nag-aaway lang sila before, ganyan. Biglang step up yan. Second, I'm also excited in a way. Kasi this current situation, parang nag-create ng mga panibagong mga jobs.
Trabaho.
Just the other day, may nakita ko parang parang online tutor guide, parang ganun. So, hindi ko sinasabi na, oh, okay ito. Pero it might be something you
Like
could look into. Explore mo, baka it will work for you. Tapos share ko lang, very quickly, yung sinasabi ni Jinky kanina, na-experience namin yun first hand. Medyo mas mas mahaba.
Mas mahaba, di ba?
As a practice, for the incoming school year nga, pinag-art lessons namin yung daughter ko. So, kahit po yan, ginagawa ko, babangon ako ng 6:30, 7, pigisingin siya, set up namin yung camera, etc. Ganyan. So, patiently naman, tinuruan ko siya 1, 2 days, 3 days. Tapos there was this one day, kasalanan ko rin naman, I was so sleepy. Kaka-Netflix kasi. So, I was so sleepy. Tapos, parang, naggising na lang ako na ginigising niya na ako.
Sa setup.
Hindi.
Tapos na.
Ginigising niya ako at na siya, nasa kalagitnaan na siya ng class, may breakfast na siya. So yun talaga, yung part of me na biglang, oh no, hindi ko siya nahanda. Pero pag nakita ko, kaya naman nandiyan mag-isa eh.
And anong grade ulit?
Incoming grade 3.
Coming grade 3.
So may breakfast siya. So kasi na-set up yun. Na-establish.
So again, kapag na-establish kasi yung mga routines na yan, slowly, they will become more independent and sooner than you actually think, baka they can actually do things na on their own. Okay, so then, it's not again invalidating worries of parents, but I think these opportunities will present to our kids as an opportunity to grow and to learn from the situation.
Or surprise.
Or surprise
Kasi
us.
magaling, marunong naman na pala siya.
Yes.
Okay, from Janica Alfiler. Will the learning materials, I prefer hard copy to avoid prolonged screen time, be provided for free? How can the parents claim it? Or will the printing of the materials be shouldered by the parents?
Depends sa school. Depends sa school.
Kayo, alam niyo sa atin nyo?
Yes, so it depends on the policy of the school because of course, it will take some resources. Okay? Not actually some, a large amount of resources.
Ako sa amin, no, based from sa pinost na ng school ko, yung mga materials would be available. I think papapiliin ng parents kung prefer nila yung online, tapos kayo na mag-print, no? Or kung merong kailangan na printed, it will be claimed sa school. Will the parents pay for it? I think nasa miscellaneous fees na po yun.
Yes.
Kung yung plan ng school.
Kung yun ang plan ng
school.
school. Yeah.
So again, you have to communicate this with the school.
Sa school ko, sure ako, kasi may instructional materials na may printed.
But
Depende sa grade level.
And again, if it's not an option, and I think if that's, for example, the school decided it's going to be like a cloud-based access.
Print mo.
If really there's no option of buying a printer because printers nowadays are really cheaper than it usually was before. Okay, so baka gusto niyo po mag-invest. Okay, we actually did do that already. We invested in a new printer. But if it's not really the case, okay, it can actually be requested. Okay, baka you can actually request from the school to help you out on printing the materials if they would allow it. Okay, because again, there's also like issues on like copyrights or the rights of the school about the material. So medyo complicated ng konti. But again, the school, if it's possible, I think naman will grant you access to this printed material, especially if it's for your children's education.
So, depende siya sa sa setup ng eskwelahan.
Yes, the school
it's better na address sa school.
Yes.
Pero if they, if the school, for example, says, hindi, express mo pa rin.
Na,
kasi they might change their mind.
Baka pwedeng may alternative.
Baka may alternative or babalik tayo dun sa teacher.
Kasi legitimate yung tanong.
Yes.
Maganda yung, very legitimate yung concern, no, na syempre ayaw nga natin na nakaharap sa screen. At ito yung halimbawa ng kung asynchronous naman siya at magkakaroon ng mga printed modules and so on. Pwede naman hindi talaga nakaharap yung
Correct.
yung
And
bata sa
diba, I mean, based on the research, hindi talaga maganda na nakaharap ang kids
for prolonged
for
period.
a prolonged period. I think for kids, 30 to 45 minutes is the maximum. Anyway, siguro since there are no more questions coming in, okay, just concluding statements from all of us, and maybe some other tips that you'd like to give them, some encouragements that you would like to send to our parents, okay, as they embark with us, with us teachers, on this new norm on education. Like to go. Yes.
Siguro paulit-ulit lang din ako na trust, no? Trust the school, trust your children's teachers, and trust your child, no? Trust your kids that kaya na, and trust yourself also, no? Yung sarili natin, nakakayanin natin to, no? Lahat tayo kaya natin, yung punta man tayo sa ibang sitwasyon, nakakagawa tayo ng paraan kung paano tayo magiging successful. So, kaya natin yan. Tiwala lang.
Ako siguro bukod doon, be open-minded, tsaka cooperate. Kasi, like, kung kami yung teachers, we cannot do this alone. Kahit anong plano ng school, hindi magiging successful kung hindi makikipagtulungan yung mga katulad natin mga magulang. Kailangan tayo ng school bilang mga magulang. Kailangan din natin ng school para sa ating mga
we're not here to tell you na yung mga sinabi namin sa inyo is the perfect setup. Kumbaga, even after everything we've told you, you realize, di pa rin talaga eh. It will not work for me. It's okay.
Yes.
Don't feel bad. Tama yung sabi ni Frank kanina, hindi namin ini-invalidate yung anxiety nyo, yung worry ninyo. Possible ba na sige, pahinga muna yung anak ko for 1 year? That's a legitimate option naman talaga. Okay? Siguro, ang purpose lang namin dito ay kung hindi ka pa decided and there are things you're worried about, baka lang nasagot namin yung ibang worries mo or baka you might want to change your mind. Pero kung if you're decided na, next step naman, di ba? I would suggest, just make sure na hindi idle yung anak ninyo for the whole school. Maraming pwedeng gawin. I'm partly excited na mukhang maibabalik naman yung educational television.
Yeah. So kanila siguro kahit mga activities like enroll them in mga online tutorials in karate, I think there's a lot of those already. Yes. So I think na siguro tama si Jambi, regardless of what choice we're going to make, and it's all valid, okay? Whether it's homeschooling, whether your remote learning option, whether you're going to consider this as an interim year lang for your kid and stop muna tayo because hindi natin kaya, financial-wise or setup-wise.
Yung transfer
natin school.
Public school or to a different homeschool provider, lahat yan valid.
So I think naman all parents, we do not like hope for something bad for our kids, and all our decisions are made out of love. So again, lahat po yan valid. Okay, so and whatever your decisions, we support that. Siguro again mentioned by Jambi kanina, the forum is really to clarify things para it could help you make a decision, because I think that the earlier we make a decision now would make us be more prepared for whatever decision we're going to make. Okay? Hindi tayo pwedeng, for example, sa August tayo mag-decide. Okay? Something like that. Okay? Siguro lang as a tip for all parents is that to be again to be open to the opportunities, okay, as well as to be forgiving to yourselves. Okay? I think that's one of the reminders that I always to myself and my wife to be forgiving. We will not be perfect in this situation. We will commit mistakes. We will not. Yeah, we
We're
will
still
not.
figuring it out.
Yes,
as well.
we're figuring it out. We're in the process. So let's forgive ourselves, okay? But let's try our hardest for our kids, okay? Whatever option we're going to be. Okay, so maraming salamat po. And we hope that you could join us if we're going to have another.
Yes. Comments if you want us to do
Yes. Comment
We
ako if you have
other
suggestions.
questions.
Yes. So if you have other questions, you can still post comments in our Facebook post or in this chat box, and we'll answer them remotely.
Like, share, and subscribe.
So maraming salamat. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe to my channel. We'll be posting forums like this, online tutorials for teachers and other things.
Pwede pala no for parents din, no? Paano,
Yes, for parents. Yes.
Paano tulungan mag-set up?
Yes, practical guide. Yes. We'll do that in our next. Yes. So thank you. Maraming salamat po, and see you in our next video. Thank you.
Bye. Is that gonna?
Yes, it's going to post.